Hello friends, this video on real numbers part 2 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Before watching this video, please make sure that you have watched real numbers part 1. Once we have understand the real number system, let's go to the Euclid's division formula. Euclid's division lemma states that for any integer a and b, there exists unique integer q and r that satisfies a is equal to bq plus r. That is, for any integer a and b, I can write that a is equal to bq plus r. For example, let's some example. Let's have this value of a and b. Let's suppose a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 3. One case. Then I can write 10 is nothing but 3 into q plus r. I can write this. There should be some unique value of q and r which you will get, for which I can write this, where r will always be greater than 0 and less than b. R will be greater than 0 and less than b. For example, in this case, I can write this as nothing but 3 into 3 plus 1. So here r is equal to 1 and q is equal to 3. So if you see, r is greater than less than b, correct? Because b is nothing but 3, r is equal to 1. So let's take one more example. Let's have 20 and let's suppose this is 6. So I can write that 20 is nothing but 6q plus r. I can write, there should be one value of q and r which satisfies this. So when I say, since this is b is equal to 6, so r should be greater than 6 and greater than 0 and less than 6. Greater than equal to 0 and less than 6. So here q is equal to, we have to find a value. So if you see, if you put the value of q is equal to 3, what we get? 6 into 3, 18 plus 2. Correct? So here we see r is equal to 2, that is between 0 and 6. And q is equal to, you can also say that why not q is equal to 3? If you take q is equal to 2, this becomes 6 into 12. 6 into 2 is equal to 12 plus 8. And here r is equal to 8, that is greater than 6. But that is not what the formula says. You can very well write in this form, but the formula says that, the Euclid division lemma says that 20 can be somehow written. There exists one unique integer. This is possible, but this is also possible. That means we can write this in this form. We can also write 6 into 1 plus 20, right? Or we can say 6 into 1 plus 12, or we can say 6 into 0 plus 20. But these are not valid because he is saying there exists one unique integer, and he is talking about this unique integer where r is less than b or greater than 0, and this is the value of q. That means any unique integer, I'm talking only about integer here. Please note, I'm talking only about integer. So no decimal point here, only integers, that is 2, 3, 5, 7. The first thing you should know that when you say integer, it should come to your mind that I'm talking about plus 1, plus 2, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. When I'm talking about real number, I can take anything, rational, irrational. When I'm talking about rational number, I'm talking about only those numbers which can be represented in p by q form. When I'm talking about natural number, I'm talking about only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till infinity. When I'm talking about prime number, I'm talking about only those numbers which can be represented in, which has factorial only n and 1. I'm talking about composite number, I'm talking about those numbers which can be represented as product of 2 or more than 2 prime numbers. So these things should be in your mind clear. When I'm talking about integers, you should make out that this is only about those number which is not having any decimal value, or in the number line all those big dots are integers. These things you should know. Correct? So this is integer, so only plus 2, minus 2, plus 3, minus 3, those kind of numbers we're talking about here. So let me repeat once again. Euclid's division lemma says that for any number a and b, there exists q and r such that a is equal to bq plus r, and r is always greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to b. So we can write any number a and b in this form, correct? This is nothing but, if you see what we are doing is, we are dividing a by b. So if you see, if you have a and if you divide by b, correct? So you will get q as quotient and r as remainder. R is remainder and q as quotient. If you divide a by b, if it is not perfectly divisible, what you'll get? You'll get Q as quotient, R as remainder. Same thing is here. A is equal to BQ plus R. That means any number A, if you divide by B, you'll get Q as quotient and R as remainder. And remainder is nothing but any number that is greater than or equal to 0 and less than B. If it is perfectly divisible, then remainder is equal to 0. If it is not divisible, then remainder is some value, and that remainder should be between 0 and B. It is nothing but a remainder theorem actually. When you divide a number A and B, you get Q as quotient and R as remainder. That is Euclid's division lemma. Let's take one more example. So let's suppose we have, this is 18 and this we have, let's suppose 5. So if you say 5 divided by 18, what you get? This is 3. 5 into 3 is 15, correct? And this you get is 3. So if you see here, quotient is 3 and remainder is also. So I can write 18 as nothing but 5 into 3 plus 3. This is quotient and this is remainder. If you say 17 by 3, so what you get? You 3 divide by 17. 3 into 5 is 15, correct? This is 2. So here 2 is remainder and 5 is quotient. So we can write 17 is nothing but 5 or 3 into 5 plus 2. Here this is quotient and this is remainder. And that is what division lemma. You divide any number, you have any number A and B, you divide A by B, you get Q as quotient and R as remainder, and you can write A is equal to BQ plus R. Thank you. Visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thanks once again.